This video is going over Deebot maintenance on a weekly and monthly basis. First thing, just on a weekly basis, we're just going to empty it out. So go ahead and open that bad boy up. Go ahead and take it over here to the trash can and open it up over the trash can. Just take out the filter and knock that off. Knock that filter off too. You'll want to open up this guy. Yeah. Knock that off. Make sure you get all the dust out, and then put it all back together. And so that's kind of the weekly side. Just put that filter back on the other side. Make sure it's kind of oriented the right way, that this little tab's up. Make sure it's all the way in the channel.
Okay.
And then flip that down, and then push it back in. Make sure you have it the right way. Gotta get it in the channels. There you go. Alright. So now that's basically the weekly maintenance. And if you just take it back, put it on the charger, that's what we want to do each week. Monthly maintenance. Let's go ahead and take it out. Monthly maintenance, let's flip it over on its back. First thing we'll want to do is just make sure that these brushes are all good. So go ahead and pull up those tabs. Pull this guy out. Just make sure that there's no hair or anything like wrapped around the thread. Like pull that out, throw that in the trash. And just make sure it looks good. It's all clean down in here, and then go ahead and put that back in. And I think you have to put that side in first. It's kind of keyed. It's a little tricky at times.
Yeah, it is keyed.
And then put that back on.
There it goes.
All right. It's not on.
Nope.
You gotta be really careful with it. Yeah, there you go. See this right here? You gotta make sure that that's actually flat, not at an angle.
Okay.
There you go. Now put it in, because that thing will not go back on if you don't put it in correctly.
Right,
so then just make sure this is all flat.
Okay.
Next, just make sure these guys are in good shape. We have spares of these. If these are worn out, you can replace those. Just a simple screw. Next, we're going to clean this really good. So go ahead and pull that out again. So we're actually going to wash it. So let's take it over to the sink. First thing you're going to want to pull out, actually pull out over here near the trash can, is the white filter. Pull that guy out and just set that right here. We'll clean that off after we clean this. All the rest of this can be washed. So let's take that over to the sink. Go ahead and open it all up. And take all the pieces off, just throw it in the sink. And then let's clean that off really good. And go ahead and grab a paper towel so we don't get it all. Wash that off really good. And just water, no soap's needed. It's just, we're knocking all the dust off of everything and just making sure it's clean.
Getting all the dust out.
Yeah, just getting all the dust out. Just doing that once a month to make sure it's all cleaned up. You can run the sink. You can run the water a little bit. Just kind of wash it off while you're wiping it. Be a little easier. That's good there. And then clean off the filter really good. Good there. Yep. Alright, and then just set it in the rack over here. And just before you leave for the day, we'll make sure that we just reassemble it and put it all back in.
Okay.
So set your filter to the side. Next thing we'll want to do is grab some cleaner. It's just some Windex. Here's some Windex. Grab another paper towel. And we want to kind of clean off the sensors and stuff with some Windex. So spray the Windex on the towel. And there's important sensors to make sure it cleaned off, these tabs.
Okay.
And just kind of like wipe the whole thing over and just kind of give it a good wipe. Just get all the dust, especially off the front, this whole front edge.
Okay.
So really what you're doing is just getting knocking all the dust on the outside of it off with the Windex.
Okay.
And just one more time really quick, open this guy up and get him kind of like Windexed, cleaned off. And
Oh yeah, she was dirty.
yeah, just kind of gets, the extra dirt off. And then wipe it kind of in these channels and get the tires and the wheels and stuff cleaned off and the bottom and get another paper towel. Let's do the top now. Now on the top, yep, just spray a little bit on there. Just wipe the top. You can go ahead and you can hit the power switch too on the side. Just kind of turn it off while you're doing all that. Just kind of clean off the top and the edges, and so it's nice and clean.
Mm-hmm.
And once you're done doing that, see, so that looks good. There's not like dust. So what you're looking for is making sure all the dust is cleared off. Make sure there's kind of like not dust here. There's also a little sensor right here that if you can, just kind of blow in there and blow the dust out. Yeah, so that we'll just want to make sure that's the fall sensor. If it doesn't run because of the fall sensor, that's your fall sensor. It kind of is in infrared, it's light. Let's go ahead and put that guy back in. Remember, you kind of have to get the square aligned right. Yeah. Make sure you got it the right way. Yeah, it probably goes that way. There you go. Yep, you got that. That should be good, man. That won't close if it's not installed correctly. Let's see. So you have two edges. You have.
Okay. So the ones with the grooves and then the smooth.
Yep. No. Yeah. Let's see the grooves versus the. Let me get it in focus so you can see. So the flat edge. So those grooves are going to go on the side, and the flat edge is going to be up. Yep. So make sure the flat edge is up. It's still not in. It'll go all the way down when you have it in. See, now that's down all the way down.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just make sure that's all good. Let's go ahead and go ahead and grab those. We'll just get another paper towel and just kind of dry it off with the paper towel. Once you dry it off with the paper towel, just kind of reassemble it. Oh,
Okay.